Good morning. It's Saturday morning, September the 14th. This is a good day, though, because we all woke up and we're here. This is the Lemonade Stand, Gangster, Rehabilitated, and I'm Bob Lemon. I want to touch on this subject matter to the ladies, the young ladies, too, the ones in the street pushing around high school, thinking about college and all of that. And the ones going to junior high school that just tuned in because the parents say, get over here and listen to this game. It's a thing out here called gaslighting. I don't even know the definition of that. I've been away too long. I'm learning some things now about this generation and how y'all thinking. And of course, for the young ladies, the lashes, the pierced nipples and navels and whatever else y'all pierce. It should be for attraction of men, from understanding how the dynamics of relationships go. But what you got to find out within yourself is what kind of man is you attracting, and what is your outlook on the future with this type of man, or do you think you want a future, or everybody just making the hit and run move, jumping into sexual relationships just for the fun of it? Well, when you're a young lady, it's different from when we're young men. Because no matter what happens or what we do with the young lady, they say he's a boy growing up, sowing his royal oats, trying to get his mind right on what he's going to do for the future. And he may have to run through 15 women before he finds his wife, 20 women before he finds his wife. And then in some cases, it be that first love that be that wife. That you feel everything about this girl, that she can be a partner with you in life, to climb the steps up through trials and tribulations to get rich. And when I say rich, I'm not talking about just money. Get rich where you have a meaningful life that's content, full of contentment. Because between me and you, right, true richness is being healthy and being content with what you got. Sure, you want to catch up to the Daisies, the Joneses, and everybody else because they wearing Gucci this and he said around that. But those things are fads for the moment. And normally everybody know when you buy something brand new, it feel good. And then after a while, you get used to it and become complacent. But what we got to find a way to do, young ladies, is feel good about ourselves within, to the point where the external things is an additive, but not having them is not subtractive from us feeling good. Most of y'all should know, if you don't know already, I feel good just because I can go do my own thing, breathe the air that I choose to wherever I go because I'm free. And incarceration had put me in a position where I wasn't for almost 30 years. Now I'm back, and I really appreciate freedom. The other part about it is when a guy goes to jail, you get used to jail sometimes. Because one man's strongest instinct is to adapt to his environment. So you get used to it, and that's why people go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because then jail, the fear of it, the fear from getting your freedom taken away is not that scary. Once you done been through it, lived through it, this, that, and the other. So, okay, me, myself, I don't have a phobia of prison for the right reason. In other words, defending your family, honor, whatever the case is, may be a cause. It had to be just cause, something you could do and say in there, damn, I did it, and if I had to do it, I'd do it again. So for the young ladies, it's choosing their mates, their lifelong time partner. There's a few things you have to consider about a guy. Is education one of his goals? Because between me and you, can't nobody do nothing without education. For real. All right, sure, I may be wrong. You could pick up a big rock on a construction place. But if you're not educated enough, you may not be able to read the sign that says, don't drop the rock over here. Next thing you know, you done caused the accident. So reading is fundamental, right? Math, if you're going to get money, you got to be able to count it. So these are two things that's a factor. So, young lady, if you're picking a mate, don't pick him for the wrong reasons. That this Negro think he tough, or I like his man, ego that he carries, and people see him as this, that, and the other in the street. Because that's the same Negro that you're going to have to knock on the penitentiary door, ask the officer, am I able to go visit so-and-so? That ain't cool. All right? Strive for that square dude that just need a little motivation to actually break out of his squareness and get to living life with you, being productive. I'm telling you now, walking down the street with that dude that you think is so fly and cute, he in this gang or that gang, and you ain't actually safe because you don't know what this gang and that gang be doing, that your man is a part of. Yeah. The dudes that go to the penitentiary and they come out of there with a head on their shoulder and kind of smart to the ways of living, they're going to tell you off the top. When a guy's in prison, what he think about the most is you, women. Yeah, he love his kids, he left his kids out, this, that, and that, and he think about them often. But because the woman was created for man, we think about you constantly. So know that you have the upper hand in the sense that you are a priority in a man's life. Because James Brown said it best. Yeah. It will be nothing without a woman or a girl. Yeah. It's a man's world. Yeah. So understand that about yourself. And degrading yourself, there's something that's degrading. That as a young lady, if you do it when you're young in the street and you get a name and a reputation for this and that, it's hard to live down. In other words, people remember that. Yeah, you can move up. Yeah, you can change your reputation. That's true. You can adapt and do some bigger things, and people will be like, yeah, accolades for that, But why go through all that? As a child and a young lady, one of the two things you have to know is your job is easy when other people are taking care of you. It's to get educated, develop your mind so you'll be able to provide for yourself and prepare for that family you're going to have as you grow older. And stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble. It's real simple. I don't know. The blueprint for me was when I was younger I'm a boy. I grew up with my father in the house. So the streets and the gangsters and everybody else, they kind of taught me. A lot of them was my role models. I'm fortunate to have the mother I did because she was a mother and a father, and she was giving it to me raw. Show me a friend and I'll tell you who you are. That's my mom. Yeah. I come home and say, Mom, this is my friend. She said, another one? See, because that word friend is not something thrown around lightly for her. So you girls need to analyze that too, because y'all go through the he say, she say stuff once the friendship break up. My mother told me, when your friend become your foes, all your secret will be known. See, so these things you get of wisdom, right? You got to add them to your arsenal when you get ready to live this life called street life in the ghetto. And if you're not in the ghetto, that's even worse because the people in the suburbs, we find now has less of what you call an instinct to fight off adversity. The reason why I say that because in the ghetto we go through adversity. I believe, it's my opinion, because I never grew up in the suburbs, that we fight our adversity more than the kids in the suburbs. So we get used to it. We get that shell, that hardness, and that mechanism for thinking fast. Shit happens. So we thinking fast. Whereas, we see Mulberry and, different places where people are moving a little slower. But the one thing the young ladies I want y'all to remember is this, and my mom taught me this, so I'm passing the jewel on to you. The worst thing you would have to say in your whole life is, I wish I would have knew. This depicts that you made a mistake you can't come back from, or if you can't come back easy, and had you known better, you would have done better and done something different. So I'm giving you this jewel now. You can have fun. It's all right to make mistakes when you're young lady. What you have to do is concentrate on the big picture while you watch the small picture take place. And you gotta start choosing your mate in your mind before you meet him, so you know what you're looking for. Okay, fine. Life is complicated, and you don't want to go thinking too far and too fast. I don't want you to. I want you to think marriage and blah, 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 blah. But that's not the reality of it. The reality of it is you start moving young, smelling yourself, realizing these young pups love you or want something from you, which is your drawers. No, that's not true. But I just said that because that's normally what people think. Because most times young guys just want to have fun. They want to be happy like everybody else. At a juvenile rate, they want to be happy. And then sex today is so promiscuity is so rampant that, yeah, the young boys do want your drawers. And I'm finding out now that some young girls right now today, oral sex and everything is such a phenomenon that that happens too. But you got to protect your reputation because that's your prized possession. You know? A good name, my mother told me, is worth more than diamonds and gold. Shakespeare, she used to quote to me, not, worrying about who the man was and what he did, but some statements he made was very profound, and my mother used to give it to me. Let me give you one of them. He who steals my purse steals trash. It's something, but it's nothing. But he who robs me of my good name robs me of that which is rightfully mine, and that which will make me poor indeed. All that was about good character, moral compass. So, young ladies, I know some of your fathers is not in the house, and the ones that is in the house, they such a terrible dad at times, not always, but at times, that you see a bad example of a man and how he should be based on how he treats your mom. Maybe he's your stepdad or your real father. But learn from these people that you see as bad apples, learn what you don't want in a man. If you see him come home and hear a bear in the house and a lamb in the street, yeah, that's right. That means he run around the house terrorizing, but in the street he like, whimpering. Yeah. Learn that that's not what you want in a man. So now you kind of got your, barometer at a certain level. So when you go out there, you know what you're looking for. You got me? And then remember that you have influence of every young man you deal with. You leave some part of your information, knowledge with him. Don't be afraid to give him advice, whether he listen or not. Especially the guys that want to be in the drug game. Tell them how you feel about, I know you want the Louis shoes and blah, blah, blah. No, tell him why he buy you the Louis shoes and you take it. Tell him, I really don't approve of you doing this for the long term. So if you're doing this for a short term, you got to make a move because you need to make a move. Fine, but do get out of this because I'm not trying to be a prisoner's wife. That's not my goal in life. Nor do I need all this material stuff anyway, up to a point that I have enough clothes or whatever to just look presentable, you know? Keep these things in mind while you're moving fast because weed is a phenomenon out there. All you youngsters, well, most of y'all smoking weed or whatever, which is a gateway drug to other drugs and experimenting more in different things. Make sure you pay attention to the mistakes you're making. Be like, shh, I'm not going to let that happen again if I can help it. So you watch yourself and putting yourself in bad positions. And knowing some girlfriends around you is jealous, envious, and don't have what you call a good plan for you if it was up to them. It's all right for a person to see something somebody got and want it, but they have to really want that person to have it too. There's some people that don't want you to have it, they want it, and therefore it creates what you call animosity, and then they start doing what you call sneaky, conniving, backstabbing moves to this person, that person. Hey, you see how, and that's when the backbiting come in on. So take examples from the bad people and know what you don't want to be like, and take examples for the good people that you see and say, yeah, this is the type of thing I want to role model myself after. Because years move fast. You're 15, you're 16, then you're 20 before you know it. And a lot of time is wasted. And you ain't putting nothing in the bank for your future and how you're going to live. When I say nothing in the bank, I ain't talking about money. I'm talking about investments of time. Your main commodity is time. Okay? And I'm Bob Lemon. I say this out of love. I grew up with 3 sisters. All of them today has made me proud. I was the bad apple who didn't have a father in the house, but our mother was so exceptional. They followed the blueprint. And that's education, a job, career, making your own money, owning your own sugar honey iced tea. If the man he mixes it with yours, but he's there actually to be a provider. Know that for a fact. And a protector. And a guider. Hopefully he got some information to guide you with, because if he don't, he's going to lead you straight astray. You know? So, little sisters, white, black, green, and yellow, take the word from Bob Lemon. All right? Peace. I say this out of love.